When Princess Catherine becomes Queen Consort, her title won't be the only thing that changes. Behind the palace gates lies a world of royal wealth, privileges, and assets that few people truly understand. How much will her fortune really be worth? Where does this wealth come from? And how different is it from her life as Princess of Wales? In today's video, we explore the surprising financial reality of Princess Catherine's journey, from her life as a commoner, to marriage into the royal family, to holding the title of Princess of Wales, and ultimately becoming Queen Consort. We will clarify long-standing rumors versus documented facts, and reveal why her wealth as Queen Consort may be far more complex and far more fascinating than many people imagine. 1. Assets and financial background before marriage, before 2011. Before her 2011 marriage, Catherine came from a financially comfortable upper-middle-class background. The Middleton family built its wealth through Party Pieces, a successful party supply company founded by her parents. This business allowed the family to fund private education and long-term investments. Prior to joining the royal family, Catherine was not financially dependent on the monarchy. She reportedly benefited from a family trust fund, a common structure among affluent British families to manage assets and inheritance. In addition, Catherine held personal savings and modest investments accumulated before her engagement. While exact figures were never publicly disclosed, royal correspondents have estimated her personal net worth at several million US. This level of wealth placed her firmly in the category of financially independent individuals. The key message is clear. Catherine did not enter royal life without resources, but with economic stability, autonomy, and an understanding of responsible wealth management before marriage officially. 2. Post-marriage period. After marrying Prince William, Catherine entered a financial structure very different from private wealth ownership. From 2011 to 2022, she did not receive a personal salary for royal duties. Instead, official living costs and work-related expenses were covered by the Duchy of Cornwall, which funded the Prince and Princess of Wales in their working roles. Residences, vehicles, staff, and security were provided as part of this arrangement, but they were not Catherine's personal property. Likewise, most jewelry worn for engagements belonged to the royal collection or was loaned for official use, not owned outright. This clear separation between personal assets and royal assets is a core principle of the British monarchy. As a result, Catherine did not become rich in a conventional sense after marriage. Her lifestyle reflected institutional support tied strictly to duty, not personal accumulation or individual financial gain. This framework reinforces transparency, restraint, and public accountability standards. 3. High-value jewelry and items. Many of the high-value items associated with Catherine are symbolic rather than personal property. The most famous example is Princess Diana's sapphire engagement ring, now worn by Catherine. In addition, she regularly uses royal jewelry originally belonging to Queen Elizabeth II, including diamond earrings, necklaces, and tiaras worth millions of dollars. However, these items are not owned by Catherine. They form part of the royal collection, a state-held collection managed on behalf of the nation. Catherine acts only as a temporary custodian, permitted to wear specific pieces for official duties, diplomatic events, or state occasions. She cannot sell, gift, or independently insure these items. Their use is carefully logged and approved by palace officials. This system ensures continuity, historical preservation, and institutional control. The key message is clear. Although the visual and cultural value of these jewels is immense, they are not counted as Catherine's personal assets in legal terms. 4. Indirect income and the Kate effect. Catherine's influence on the economy is often described as the Kate effect, a form of soft power rather than direct income. Each public appearance can significantly boost British fashion brands, with dresses, coats, or accessories selling out within hours. Studies by fashion analysts have estimated that her visibility contributes hundreds of millions of pounds annually to the UK fashion and retail sectors. However, Catherine does not receive advertising fees, commissions, or endorsement payments from these outcomes. She does not sign brand deals, promote products intentionally, or monetize her image in any commercial way. Palace rules strictly prohibit personal profit from royal status. As a result, the financial benefits flow outward, supporting designers, manufacturers, and national industry, not into her personal bank account. The core message is clear. Catherine generates economic value for society through influence and representation, not through cash income or personal enrichment, within constitutional limits and public accountability. 5. After becoming Princess of Wales from 2022. After becoming Princess of Wales in 2022, William and Catherine assumed management of the Duchy of Cornwall, a historic estate generating tens of millions of pounds annually. The income supports the Prince and Princess of Wales in carrying out official duties. However, this revenue is not Catherine's personal property. Duchy funds are used to cover household costs, staff salaries, office operations, security, travel, and charitable or public engagements linked to their roles. The estate is held in trust for the heir to the throne and must be managed responsibly, transparently, and in line with constitutional expectations. Catherine cannot freely spend or invest this money for private gain, nor treat it as personal wealth. In practice, her financial authority increases, but only as a steward of public-facing responsibility. The core principle remains unchanged. Greater financial power comes with greater obligation. The duchy strengthens her capacity to serve, not her private fortune. 6. Estimated current personal assets, 2024 to 2025. Estimates of Catherine's current personal assets in 2024-2025 focus only on wealth that legally belongs to her, separate from royal resources. This includes inheritance and family wealth from the Middleton family, along with long-term investments and trust funds established before and after marriage. Financial analysts commonly place her personal net worth at approximately 10 to 20 million US dollars. Some media outlets suggest higher figures, but these claims are speculative and not supported by transparent records. Importantly, this estimate excludes royal residences, Duchy of Cornwall income, and high-value jewelry from the royal collection, none of which are privately owned. Catherine's financial position reflects independence without excess. She is undeniably wealthy by ordinary standards, yet her assets operate within strict royal discipline, legal separation, and public accountability. The message remains consistent. Catherine is rich, but her wealth exists under restraint, responsibility, and clearly defined boundaries, expected to remain stable over time under constitutional monarchy. 7. When Catherine becomes Queen Consort, her wealth must be understood in a constitutional and institutional context. First, a crucial point. A Queen Consort does not acquire a vast personal fortune. Instead, her right to use and oversee royal assets increases significantly, while legal ownership remains with the Crown, the British state, or royal trusts. Catherine's personal assets, therefore, stay largely unchanged. Catherine will not own the Crown estate, a portfolio worth tens of billions of pounds that generates substantial annual revenue for the UK Treasury. The Queen Consort has no ownership rights over this estate. The monarchy only receives the sovereign grant, which is a publicly regulated budget used to fund official duties, not private wealth. What does expand dramatically is Catherine's access to assets. As Queen Consort, she would be entitled to use major royal residences such as Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle. She would also gain access to the royal collection, including priceless jewelry, paintings, historic artifacts, and crowns. Although their symbolic and financial value reaches into the billions of dollars, these items cannot be sold, transferred, or inherited as personal property. Regarding royal duchies, the Duchy of Cornwall belongs to the Prince of Wales, likely Prince George in the future, while the Duchy of Lancaster belongs to the reigning monarch, King William. Catherine would not be listed as an owner, but she would benefit indirectly through household funding, security, and staffing. As Queen Consort, Catherine would not receive a personal salary. All expenses for official work, staff, clothing, state visits, and hospitality are covered by the sovereign grant and the monarch's duchy income. These funds are operational, not personal accumulation. Ultimately, Catherine's greatest gain is not financial. Her true wealth lies in symbolic power, global influence, historical responsibility, and enduring legacy, rather than bank account figures alone.